So in my last video, I showed how to make a chaotic noise generator with the Loquelic Iteritas. Here I'm going to do a little more melodic thing. What we got here. Start my clock. So I have a pattern going here with my Mimetic Digitalis. If I do load shred, some different modes. So it gets pretty unruly quickly. So I'm in free mode. We go to trigger. Trigger is kind of not much going on. So I found if I'm going to sequence anything. See, this is in the loop mode, which is interesting. With the and these are the different things like morph, it's a wave shaper. You get your envelopes. But I find it works best if I go in free mode. I'm going to sequence it. And on a minute, we'll go shred. So you get pretty melodic here. So you got these three modes. Seems to work pretty good for a bass line. It's kind of crazy though. So let's add some live drums and beats to it. So we can do that. I think let's add some beats to it. So I got my eloquencer, I'm going to add some beats. And also, but now that I have this Euclidean circles, I'm going to use the Euclidean circles to get some beats going. So I got a trigger, put a trigger in this. Get some beats going on my and I'm going to set a clock from my, I like using the clock on this better. Some beats going. So we get some more beats going. So I got my snare. Let's get some hi-hats going. Use my eloquencer, I guess, for the beats. So I got my eloquencer with flats, and then I'm using the Euclidean rhythms for the other drums. Didn't change it up a bit. So that's where it gets crazy on these two modes. You change the pitches. So it's a really crazy module to get dialed in for melodic stuff, but I managed to get a pretty good setup with the Mimetic Digitalis. Works pretty good. I tried doing it with the trigger mode, like when I took this trigger, and I noticed too when I plugged this trigger into the T, like for example if I switch it, watch what happens. It gets a completely different effect than Mimetic Digitalis. And you can always try stuff like put these in the different ports. So it's interesting if you go to like different modes or whatever, you know, if you want to go whatever with it, but you know, with the Mimetic Digitalis, it's pretty crazy how it can work. So you can get like completely different effect depending on how you do this. That's kind of interesting. Pretty crazy actually, compared to like other modules. And if I don't want to use a Mimetic Digitalis and I just want to do it like with my clock, so for example, if I just say, okay, I don't want to sequence it with Mimetic Digitalis, I just take the trigger and I want to try just with Pamela's workout, see what happens. I get some crazy effects as well. Like, you know, if I just plug these into the Pamela's workout, some pretty crazy effects with it, you know, if I'm doing it a certain way. And that's in trigger mode, but if I put it loop mode, see, it's really different. Pretty crazy module. Using the pitch CV or whatever you call it. So you got, but if we try something here like on 1, so Pamela, we can do that. So you can get some crazy effects, but yeah, it's kind of a wild module. It's definitely not like the other, that sounds kind of cool. I'm definitely finding with Mimetic Digitalis I can get a good little little tune going compared to like if I try to use it with my eloquencer or I try to use it with Pamela's workout. So now if I try Batumi, so I take the trigger output to Batumi. This is Batumi. And let's see, what about these? What if I modulate it with, that's pretty interesting. So you got the different modes, Batumi. So that can be interesting, you know, based on how we tune the pitch. So it's pretty interesting. It's harder to dial in trigger mode. Free mode's not too bad. You can kind of get a good balance with it. This is SS mode right here, which is pretty crazy. We go over that. This is called the VO mode. So trigger and loop are okay, but free seems to work the best if I'm going to use a alpha or a sequencer. And then if we don't modulate anything, we just kind of just do free mode and get some interesting things too. So right now I'm in free mode. I don't have anything modulating it, just have the audio. Oh, this is cool. So you can get a good little bass or drum mode going here. So yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. So the way this works is if you set this switch to the left, this one bounces out, but if you put it in the middle, so they kind of basically get to modulate each other. So yeah, this I found of all the sequencers, it got the best melodic with the Mimetic Digitalis when I had it dialed in. So it sounded pretty cool. And then my Cursus, the same thing. So it seems like the Mimetic Digitalis was made for these modules. Cheers.